Hey guys, it is Monday, January 20th. Say hi.
This is how I can tell you don't work a 9 to 5. Because when you work 9 to 5s, you know what day it is.
Hi. But anyways, guys, it's kind of dark right now. It is like past 6 o'clock right now. We're heading over to my cousin's poetry club thing. He's like being featured for like the first time. He's a featured poet. Yeah, he's a featured poet, so it's something big, and we want to go and support him. But I'm gonna actually post this the same day because we didn't have anything else to film because of all this commotion that's happening. Because he just told us about it yesterday. So it's like we kind of like did this last minute thing. So I'm gonna like film today and I'll post it later tonight when I get back home because we need a video today. And then Wednesday we'll do something else. Maybe try the Popeyes chicken sandwich for a video because we never tried it yet.
My gameplay is coming out later tonight or early tomorrow morning because I can't use my hotspot to post it up. And we're not gonna have time to post it up right now today. So most likely go up tonight, like super late, like around midnight, or even 1 in the morning.
But we're headed to get gas, get Burger King in the drive-thru, and then go to New York for the place. We're gonna film it. He wants me to film the whole thing for him. But right now we're gonna do that stuff, and then we'll film. I'll probably film like a little montage and stuff like that when we go to New York. But we'll see you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, me too.
We could ride the light waves together, ignore all the sound waves. How do we get so brave? How do we get so brave? And we could ride the tidal waves together, escaping all the gamma rays. Tell me, how do we get so brave? Tell me, how do we get so brave?
Toxic love deceives you. It locks away the truth. It hides it with its venom, slowly seducing you. I feel your lies within me. Their haze infect my mind. Immobilized by love, and I am shackled by desire. It hurts so good, but it's true. This poison coursing through my veins, it makes me feel alive, although it's killing me inside. And now I'm trapped, a prisoner of your life. You've been evicted. Your love can't stay. It's simple, you are not your welcome, and best be on your way. So here's your notice that I've locked up my heart, and that you'll never get back in. I should have done this from the start. You've been evicted. Your poison love is blinding, so I can see the truth. It makes it so that I don't know the way you do the things you do. In spite of your seduction, I refuse to let you in. Your offer is enticing, and your kiss the greatest sin. It feels so good, but it shouldn't. Your deadly lips lead me me ashamed. Addicted to this feeling, I see illusions of the past. I hear your voice, it echoes in my mind. You've been evicted, your love can't stay. It's simple, you want out, you're welcome, and best be on your way. So here's your notice that I've locked up my heart, and you'll never get back in. I should have done this from the start. You've been evicted, we'll call it repossession of my heart. I've changed the locks, and you don't get that key. I don't care what you do, and I don't care where you go, but you'll get the hell away from me. You've been evicted. Your love can't stay. It's simple, you want out, you're welcome, and best be on your way. So you should know that I've locked up my heart, and that you'll never get back in. I should have done this from the start. You've been evicted.
Here is the payslip. Here's all of your shit. You have to go. There is the door. Here is your payslip. Here's all of your shit. You have to go. There is the door.
Your love can't stay. It's simple, you want out, you're welcome. Just be on your way. So here's your notice. I locked up my heart, and that you'll never get back in. I should have done this from the start. You've been
Rain.
Please put your hands together for Ethan Antonio.
Are you gonna dance tonight?
Yes. Yeah, he will.
Making me nervous here. Right?
Yeah.
Plug this thing in.
Get in the hole.
It's his first time. Be gentle.
Hey. Yeah. So let me. This is I guess my first time doing this song.
Okay.
New shit! New shit!
Yeah. If I run off stage, please, don't take it personal. Yeah. So here we go. How we doing, Anthony?
Fairly decent.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
Woo! tiempo sin yo. Tengo las ganas de confirmarte, adorarte, conquistarte, en ti naufragarme, hasta que la luz del sol alumbre tu piel. Los dos unidos en cuerpo y Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
You got the.
Oh, I see. That's so kind. So I'm learning to discover my voice. I guess part of my story is I'm a human being discovering how to have a voice. And I've always loved music, but have gone on a long searching for the capability to vocalize the content I feel inside. And there's been a lot of work below ground, and it's starting to come up above ground. And since coming to the big city from the mountains where I live, I've sort of got to return to music. This is a borrowed piece here. Thank you, Linda. And yeah, big thanks. And so this has been a sweet companion for me. And this little song came through a couple days ago. I left my notebook over there, and I'll just have to wing it and see what happens. But you know, this is kind of returning to the light for me. So we'll see what happens. You give to my mind, it and all the sparks started to fly up in the maze. When I was walking, when I was talking and speaking with your lit up words inside.
So I wrote this called Someday I'll Love Ryan Cook. Dear Ryan, the word should is a stupid fucking word. Things are as they will be. Tulips don't think about how they should close, they just do. The dawn doesn't debate on the ethics of breaking. You should love should anyways. Just like a child, for she is the baby teeth of expression. And one day these cognitive dissonances will wiggle themselves out, but you have to let them. Know that there will be days where everything is reduced to rot. That mold grows even in the prettiest of ceramic bowls if you leave pasta in them for 4 weeks. Days where you lie like your father, where you shake like your mother. Know that you will fight through this shit like your parents fought to keep you. You will write your own child support check and spend it on a meal that you couldn't afford. Dear Ryan, feelings, like Lexapro, take time to settle in. You need to be watered with Earl Grey tea and lots of books and blowjobs and long walks with friends, maybe in that order, maybe not. It's okay. Know that your partners are not your therapists, though. That your therapists are not gods, they don't know everything. And that binging The Good Place isn't always self-care when you don't shower for 4 days. Dear Ryan, know that Sisyphus was happy sometimes, but mostly he was just tired. Know that you are easy to love. Know that your depression is not. But know that you are not your depression. No one loves the cancer. They love the person fighting tooth and nail to get better. Use it as an X-ray. Use your X-rays as a mosaic. Show everyone. Title it Survival. Thank you.
Put your hands together for us. Your call.
Hello again. This goes so out of tune because it's so cold outside. Anyways, shout out to Julius.
Yes!
He's a great host, great friend. Anyways, so the song that I'm gonna share, I just wrote last week, so. But I wrote it, it's kind of like I threw it up, you know, I was just like so angry, and it just like came out. So this song is literally just a bunch of things, but you'll understand. So I don't know if anybody knows what compassion fatigue is. You know what I mean? Like there's just so many things going on. You care so much about everything, and it's so valid because like what's happening in the world, what's happening across the world. You know, like the Illuminati, did the moon landing happen? Fuck plastic straws. Like there's a lot of things that's going on. So I wrote the song because I was upset, and there was like so many things happening. I was like, I don't know what to do. Just give me some room. Like I just need some room. I don't want to do anything. So this is what I'm gonna do. I know I got a lot of things to do on myself, but give me some room. Give me some room. I know I got a lot of things to do on myself, but give me some room. Give me some room. What the fuck is the difference between a carbohydrate and a sugar? They all taste the same to me. I know they're all bad for me, whoa. Because in school they never taught me how to pay my mortgage or my taxes or my bills or university. Because my minimum wage is hour shift 4 days a week. It's not gonna help me through my week of groceries, utilities. I'm losing sleep, I cannot breathe because I know I got a lot of things to do on myself. But give me some room, school never taught me. Give me some room. I know I got a lot of things to do on myself. But give me some room. Give me some room. I know I'm not the sharpest tool in the shade. I get out of bed at 12 p.m. but I gotta get my 8 hours of sleep. Like mama said, like mama said, like mama said, like mama said. Mama doesn't know best. I gotta do things that high school never taught me. Erase, shaving, pencil sharpeners never taught me the mile around the base. It tells the wood chips out on recess. I spent my money on a marble notebook. I never wrote it, and I always had high expectations for myself. That always killed me. I always wanted someone bigger than myself, but high school never taught me. I wanna be the president of the United States. I probably run it better than the ones running it these days. The children books to read, the poor place to sleep. But high school, never told me how. Nobody ever taught us how. My mind's going blank, I forgot what I wrote. Good walker, everyone! Thank you so much. I love these pants.
They're really fun.
They look like armor.
Cool. I think I feel like armor. I'm not gonna lie. Cool. I got my paper. Is that like paper?
Yeah, so, thanks for listening. I know shame like a sister. A poker head in the door type listener. Calls you after midnight just to make sure that you miss her. But I'm used to it, because I grew up with it. I know shame that leaves her hair in the drain, plays her music too loud, and rattles your brain with little phrases, little comments, a sharp-sounding question with a little honey on it. Are you gonna wear that to Grandma's birthday? Any more boy clothes and she's gonna think you're gay. And she laughs because she's in on the joke. She's known me my whole life, so what's a little poke? What's a little prod? What's a little thought racing at the even or odd hours of the morning when she should be snoring, but we share a room and sleeping is boring. Hey, I know you're trying to sleep, but I gotta tell you what I think. Curtain up on the 5-act drama that is clogging the kitchen sink. Mom doesn't want to talk because she's confused, doesn't want a life like this for you. People are afraid to have you in their space because pronouns are hard, but they won't say it to your face. Your bosses only want you because you check a box, because you're there with your cool hair but a person with a grant to write knocks. Straight men still like you because you look like a girl. You've opened up this new, queer, weird world. And I'm the only one who's going to tell you what Grandma said. She's not coming to Christmas because her granddaughter's dead. And you killed her. God, if you're listening still, now that I'm a murderer, now that I learned my worth and changed my name to an honest, authentic ring that leaps my heart from the sleeping place where it almost slipped into a coma, swaddled in a manger of shame. God, do you still love me now that I'm a boy? That I've always been a boy? Did you know too? Did it give you a little bit of joy? God is love, God is love, God is love. What is love? Shame won't let me touch it. Shame says you don't deserve this. Right before the first kiss, right before forgiveness. Shame is on my shoulder, laughing with all her teeth, forcing me to look out the window saying, I want a better view of the streets. I know you the best. I've been here since birth. You really think you belong on this earth? Yes. Yes, I do. And last I checked, sister, my existence has nothing to do with you. Ahmed Zaid. Woo!
How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Well, 10 years ago, I was 17 years old. I was very young, and I was severely romantic.
Okay.
10 years later, I'm much older, and I guess I'm still romantic in the heart, you know. But I had so many heartbreaks to care. But I care enough today to come and share with you one of them. So, here goes. I have to read it. It's called Friday of Anger. I miss Mahmoud. Just pure confidence, oceans of emotions, his uneven eyes, one sleepy, one awake, one praying, and the other praying. When it rained bullets, bodies dropped on the ground, he screamed. His screams shook the rooms they met in. The words they fired, the thinking tanks, even the guns cried. The dead, we used bricks as pillows in the middle of the highway. Time is a stretchable shirt. That day, tomorrow, seemed so far. Unreachable. Really all we had was us. How moments folded neatly into the cabinet. It must be my mother folding me with her prayers from the brick to the van, the mosque, to the apartment. We sat speechless in that sound of nothing. That tone pierces the heart. It hurts, it still hurts. That possibility. God. So that's it. Hey. It's one heartbreak. I just want to remind myself and you all to fall into yourself. And to quote Frank Ocean, you know,
hell yeah.
Frank Ocean is gone.
It takes a mind to worry, a conscience to feel ashamed. There's no place to hide out here. The skies are filled with pain. So yeah, so if you're here on an MLK day, listening or speaking poetry, you know, you probably have a beautiful mind and heart. Very colorful, so if you are the crayons of this world, let's start coloring it.
Yeah! So, origins here. I am a beautiful miracle. I was not meant to be born. Born from lust, from rage, from black and white morphed into gray situations. Two people running away from issues produced this walking bundle of tissues and cells. Prison blocks with obligation as foundation turned into the broken blocks I grew up on, skipping cracks because I might break mama's back and I ruined her body far enough from the pregnancy. Surgery after surgery, the spider veins on her legs, a map demonstrating the timeline of my creation, the building blocks of my foundation. I don't remember playing the building blocks, but I remember playing in prison blocks decorated as bedrooms. I remember praying in the dark behind closed doors. I remember silently crying late at night. I remembered the fights. My God, I remembered the fights. I am a beautiful miracle. Had daddy not knocked mommy up with cis, I would not be here. Tissues and cells, prison blocks with obligation as foundation. My daddy old school, so when he got mommy pregnant, he believed he could make magic. Transform lust into love with just a ceremony and a signature. They married 1 more month before she gave birth. He tied the knot and kept it loose enough to slip in and out of, to slip in between the legs of other women. But his hands were bound behind his back, fastened tighter than you could ever imagine, with his fingers crossed to keep himself safe from every lie he told to his daughters, to himself, to his God. I am a beautiful miracle. Kids who grew up in my neighborhood with baggage like mine never quite knew how to carry it correctly. There is an art to holding your trauma. You must carry it with both hands, bind them behind your back, fastened tighter than you could ever imagine, and only release at pit stops you feel safe enough to rest at, like the warmth in the eyes of a lover. Okay, sorry, I'll take place. Thank you. I was supposed to do this before his feature, but I didn't want to make a scene, so alright. Like the warmth in the eyes of a lover, or the refuge of therapy, or late at night between you and whoever it is you talk to when in distress. Sometimes that person might just be you, and that's okay too. Kids who grew up in my neighborhood with baggage like mine, shit, they dropped their luggage along the way at the wrong destinations. My hood was not hood like old school Brooklyn and Bronx, but it was hood enough to turn students into criminals, girls into mothers, boys into bullet holes. Doesn't matter which hood or how hood, if you look underneath the hood, lift it up to see the engine, you'll see that the hood is just comprised of prison blocks with obligation as foundation. I am a beautiful miracle. I grew up knowing that I was better than where I came from. I grew up knowing I was better than what I came from. I grew up knowing I was better than who I came from. I grew up and got out and built a new foundation for myself made out of blank blocks, brick blocks, blocks fit enough to build a home. But when you have no foundation, every attempt towards structure leaves you with gaps. Gaps between who you are and who you want to be, gaps between who you were beaten into being and who you are becoming, gaps between inherited survival mechanisms and a healthy way to live. All these motherfucking gaps led me into holes, led me into tragedy, led me towards horror. Do you want to know how I got these scars? My first kiss was with a monster who sexually assaulted me several separate times. I could count the number of times I've been left the morning after, but I can't at the moment because my hands are tied behind my back. My body count is not as high as the counts I committed against myself. My hands are as useless as when I attempted to stop the monster. You can't keep monsters away with prayers and good intentions. My first time having sex, I was cross-mated, maybe because I didn't want to be there when it happened. Does it count as rape if you wanted it over, but you couldn't say yes because your mind was blank as the universe before its cosmic explosion, his penetration as implosion, your hands tied behind your back, no words except I think you might have raped me, mistakenly spoken aloud. You attend therapy for the first time 4 years ago today after revealing to your boss that your days feel numbered. What you do not tell her is that you're the one numbering them and you're starting to lose count. Your boss changes the tone of her voice, tells you to stand up, look straight into your eyes and asks, Whitney, have you thought about killing yourself? Tears well up for the both of us. I care about you, and your family cares about you, and there would be many people who would be sad if you were no longer here. You cry, and you cry, and you cry because you're already not here. Your first visit to the psych ward comes after you tell your therapist you cannot go home, because monsters also exist inside yourself, and the monsters won't keep quiet these days. If you go home, you may listen to what they say, slice or open your arm with a sight to see the life you so desperately want to feel, pour out your body so you know it's real. The first time you try to commit suicide, no one notices. Choose starvation because you grew up learning to take up as little space as possible, and you want to leave behind as little evidence as possible. Tell no one while you chip away at yourself, fall into the soil in pieces. This tree is ready to be chopped. This tree may be young, but it has rings upon rings, each indicating a year taken off from trauma. You could count for days and not be done. You go 8 days before eventually opening up to your new therapist that the monsters are back and they're trying to snatch you deep into the ground with them. And you make sure to tell her that the monsters are you. I am a beautiful miracle. Tell me how a first-generation POC, financially disadvantaged woman with PTSD, anxiety, and depression becomes the valedictorian of her high school class. Attends a world-renowned private university where kids like her from hoods like hers can only dream of. Works 2 jobs per semester to support herself because she does not come from money but from lust, from rage, from prison blocks with dirty gray bars, and still graduates in 4 years. That of 2 decades of self-hating only to learn the meaning of self-love at 22. Instinctively hurts herself because pain serves as an indication she's still alive. Rewires her brain after 4 years of therapy to prefer pleasure over pain. Tries to kill herself, then breathes life into herself. I make divinity out of devastation. I am divinity in the midst of devastation. I am divinity forged from devastation. Didn't you know the sharpest blades form from bathing in the fire the longest? Bask in my presence of a prayer. You don't understand I got all these layers from trauma, from love, from anger, from desire, from sadness, from blended into one magnificent concoction. I have learned that devotion to myself is the best love I can give. I am a beautiful miracle, and I am not dying out anytime soon.
Hi, humans. My name is Nur Muhammad. Nur Muhammad, basically, for those who actually speak the language. I came to New York in 2012. There's like a ridiculous root story where I came to New York with $5 in my pocket and no luggage, whatever, or one of those. But I actually came to New York with $700 in my guitar.
Okay.
Landed, went to Cafe Was straight away. Thinking that's how you make it in this city. Because I read beatnik literature, listened to Bob Dylan, and I was like, I'm ready, let's go. Some time later, I realized that I don't know if I actually belong here, because for the longest time of my life, I found solace in expressing music, poetry, but it's in goddamn Arabic. And I show up to this city, and no matter what kind of connection I make with people, there's still that bar, that block that's like, you will never exactly understand where I'm coming from. And I feel like I can never be recognized as part of this community. But then again, I'm here. Well, Bowery's been a place for me. I love this place. This past month, 3 things actually brought this song back. This song is really old. This is like, oh shit! Oh shit! This is hardcore old shit. This past month, I got my eviction notice. for those who read international news, there's been a revolution back home. I'm from Lebanon. I was born and raised in Beirut. There's been the one real historical revolution that's happening right now in Lebanon. And in the past week, police has tried to raid the neighborhood where I grew up in, the one I relate to, and it's mainly a neighborhood of poets, coffee shop attendees, scholars. It's one of those neighborhoods. They were pushed back real bad. Lots of my friends are still in jail tonight. And this song came back to my mind because when I first came to New York, the only people I could relate to and hang out with were the people from Occupy. They were still hanging out on Union Square and sleeping by Trinity Church. And one of those guys committed suicide. One of those first friends I made in the city committed suicide in the last week of December. So that's also for him. And I'd written this song for a friend who actually committed suicide back home 10 years ago, back when we just used to dream about a revolution or whatever. It's not a political song. That person always used to say, "فتش علي بالامتداد," which meant, so when something ends and you're looking for continuity, it means, look for me in continuity. And it's technically a song about not having anything at all, except that possibility of continuity, of whatever tomorrow is going to bring. فتش علي بحسابك. Can you hear the guitar roll?
Yeah.
فتش علي بحسابك بهالكم ليرة اللي بتيابك، فتش بالمهر من اصحابك. فتش علي بحسابك بهالكم ليرة اللي بجيابك، فتش بالمهر من تيابك، بالفصل الناقص بكتابك، بالأمل الناقص، بالأمل الباقي من اصحابك. فتش بالمهر من تيابك، بالأمل الباقي من اصحابك، بالفصل الناقص بكتابك. بكرة الشمس بتحرق نار، هدي بأرضك اوعى تزيح، يمكن تبرق بعيونك شرار، يمكن من بعدها تهب الريح. فتش علي عالمنارة، فتش علي عالكورنيش، فتش علي اوعى توقف حتى لو طال التفتيش. فتش علي بحلم الولد، فتش علي دستور البلد، فتش بالانفجار ورقة وقلم والدمار، خط انرسم عالمدار. فتش علي ذكرى سارة لمعت الألفي بعيون المارة. فتش علي فرن المناقيش بحقول الدبخ، حقول الحشيش. فتش فتش علي خيمة حمرا عبواب القصر الرياسي، بخيمة زرقا بالجوار وعلبة الإغاثي. فتش بالانفجار بالطابور عبواب السفارة، حرقة الدفتر على المدرج على باب الطيارة. نسيت الكلمات. فتش علي بحلم الولد، فتش علي دستور البلد، فتش بالانفجار ورقة وقلم والدمار خط انرسم على المدار فتش علي بحلم الولد فتش علي دستور البلد فتش بالانتشار ورقة وحلم والمدار خط انرسم على المدار.
Open mic scene because it gives him the opportunity to yell frantically about his deepest, darkest feelings at someone without having to listen to the unpopular opinion of the therapist. Corey's ultimate dream is to be on a slam team and earn the title of National Slam Champion. Please welcome him to the stage, Corey fucking
Everybody was fucking phenomenal, like ridiculously phenomenal. It was an amazing night. Everyone was fucking
Yo, we need this mic?
Not really. Like, over here, I can chill back here.
Hey!
As day breaks, I'm greeted by the same mistakes. All my opportunities were mistreated and just thrown away so I can get stoned and sway on this broken axis. As my eyelids folding backwards, I stare at this open casket that revolves around all of my oldest habits derived from this hopeless sadness that I am always trapped in. As my back leans on the bodega glass, my thoughts, they start to spiral just like blades of grass in a hurricane. You ain't heard of the pain that I feel when Satan grasps my train of thoughts till I fault and then my brain reacts. My lungs I stain as my mind eases and it fades to black. My tongue burns, my stomach turns, and my nerves relax. As the past tense brings back everything that's been absent. Every day since we last met, I've tossed and turned. I bled and burned till it occurred to me that you'll never return. But I never learned how to let go of the past. It grips a hold of my heart, traps my body in a cast, rips my soul apart, drags my mind through the glass that is broken. And it's shattered just like everything I ever had open. I'd rather not even be in the picture than to live this out of focus. Envy spreads like a cancer, and it swarms like a locust. I look for the answer, but I guess it's all hopeless, cause I can never find it. I try to put my best foot forward and leave the past behind it. But the next step, guess what? I'm always reminded I'm blinded by this misfortune. Constantly I try to ignore it. The pressure tightens as my heart races and my breath shortens. I get this pain in my chest. Exhale half my issues and I store the rest. My mind paces. I feel more depressed. I'm trapped in this labyrinth you call loneliness, and I lay on this bed of cement. It's forged by a lot of things. Blood, sweat, tears, all these blunts I singed, all these fucking Kalana pins, man, I'd rather be comatose. Cause this pain, it curls my toes. I want the bartender to swirl my woes up in a cocktail and let everybody drink for free so we can all swallow cups of my misery. So you can sit right here and you can wallow with me. I don't have wet dreams. I drowned in my nightmares. All my passions, they fell down a flight of stairs. They all shattered like my hopes did when I was 10. Dad's moving out and misery is moving in. And now I'm stuck and I don't know what to do again. Yeah! I gotta stop being ashamed of what not makes me the same. My image is 3D printed, it's not meant to fit in your frame. As thoughts split in my brain, I start to think I'm insane. I'm watching everyone pass me by while I sit in this lane. I am driving aimless. I'm going against the grain till I'm faceless. Oh, you're sad here. Just sit back and then face this. It's always free the first time that you get to taste bliss. And then you spend your whole life just trying to chase it. Every day spent along with the paychecks. Burn a hole in my lung until my tongue is tasteless. Then let's upgrade this paper plane to a spaceship. Drugs that would turn you to a motherfucking grave quick. Oh, you survived? Now you're just a plaintiff. Where you were a untreated patient who lost his patience, who lost his way when he got tired of smiling and laughing, joking and chatting, when the whole time he's dying and saddening. This facade that I'm casting is gonna hide in the madness so I can slide in the masses and appear the same. But in reality, I'm so fucking far from sane. I wanna rip my brain from the arteries, destroy every part of me, cause I don't see a reality where my family is proud of me. Evil thoughts surrounding me, they pounce and they eat every ounce of gleam from my eyes. Now all I got left is deceit in my eyes. Can't you see that I'm lying when I tell you I'm fine? I just smile and decline any notion that I'm slowly floating to a land of the hopeless. I'm popping Xannies just to cope with the fact that I'm lost in this constant motion, like every day's a rewind. I'm sitting on this bus, I don't want to be alive cause it feels like I'm 23 going on 85. This bus goes in circles, it never fucking stops. Like this clock that they pay me $11 to watch till 12 in the morning so they can give all I got to the landlord. Bring back just enough to eat. Wake up the next day just to fucking repeat. I open my eyes, wish I was still fucking asleep. It feels like I'm in a trance of 8-hour shifts and dank sour hits. Man, it feels like I'm powerless, but that's just how it is. A never-ending cycle. It feels like I'm a psycho, balancing on a tightrope just for Jordans and iPhones. On my feet all day, working like a slave for some Beats by Dre. So you tell me if I pay this $2.90, will these headphones cancel the noise that's inside me? Woo! Alright, so obviously the theme is depression. Depression! So like, I told like a couple seconds, not too long. I told it, yeah, because we didn't really like have the thing here. You should. Yeah. So like, I just write shit how I feel, and like, if I didn't write it, I don't know where I would be. If it wasn't for poetry, I wouldn't really know like where my life would be at right now. Poetry put me in like just committing to poetry in the last year. I've committed to actually like going places and doing poetry in places for like just a year and like a month. And that like this is like the most happiest I've ever been.
Marry him.
Yeah, Bowery is like the shit. I love going to Bowery. It's amazing. Like I'm my girlfriend here. I met her here at Bowery. She really just like bumped my life up. Like it was just it was sick. I love it. I wanna shuffle off this mortal coil, but I can't let go. I sit stagnant in the soil, but I never grow. My roots don't spread, none of mother's water flows. I just lay crackled and dead. Unless that's how it feels in my soul. I've gone days without
You got it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I've gone days without the floors even touching my soles. As my back soars and my back gets swole, day by day, I see younger seeds sow and grow, but all I can manage to do is decay. I heard it from the grapevine that 24 is a great time to be alive, but it doesn't feel like happiness is something that I will ever know. I don't even remember the feeling of the sun as it glows. I just sit and wonder about the feeling of the impact of a gun as it blows, and I want it to be painless. Cause every single day spent, I lay in this bed like a fucking cancer patient. Thoughts ricochet around my head till I envision seeing my veins slit. My heart aches for an end, but I can't take it. My mind's gone rotten, but I can't hide the odor. Myself is something that I can't take control of. I get high because I can't stand to live this walk of life another step sober. The train speeds up as I take another step closer, but I don't jump on the tracks because I don't know how my father's gonna react. You'll probably hear the news, have another heart attack, and I can't rest in peace knowing that I'm the cause of that. But I can't live neither. I got visions of taking this heater and putting it right up to my ear because I never listen to anything but fear. That's why I'm standing here with suicide on my mind. I want to block this brain because I never retained a single lesson. My spine tingles as I kill more brain cells with these drugs that I'm ingesting. I want to rip out this brain tissue because all it does is give me issues. I don't deserve it. I only use it to feel angry, violent, or nervous, depressed, frightened, and worthless. I want to rip this tongue out of my mouth because I put acid on top of it and Klonopins under it. I say one thing and I do the complete opposite. I want to rip out these vocal cords because I never speak up when I push down. I want to shove this hand so far down my throat that I spew out everything that I've ever hoarded inside since I was 5. Because sticks and stones, because punches and kicks may break these sticks that I call bones. But I hold on to your words like I'm swallowing hot coals. And it builds up so much that it melts my soul. I just want to let it go. I want to rip these lungs out because I don't deserve them. I was born 2 months early and my lungs weren't working. I was on machines for the next 3 months of my life till God gave me the gift to breathe. Now all I do is blacken my lungs smoking this weed. I want to pick out every single tooth individually because they're covered in dirt, lies, and the shit that I talk. I want to cut off these hands because they do the devil's work. That's all. I want to rip out this heart to see if it really feels it's empty. I want to rip out these eyes so all they see is envy. And then since I'm getting rid of everything, I might as well take off this skin. Because it's the one thing that I never felt comfortable in. As I climb on top of you, you can call me daddy. Because your biological never called to see if you're happy. Dodging the obstacles that he placed in front of your optical. By never placing the sight of his presence by the side of you. Now you're letting train wrecks like me slide inside of you. I'm just over here. I'm trying to fix my problems too. You know I had a rough time with Mama Dukes, but at least I seen mine. She left when I was 10, barely 3'9". Now I'm 5'6". I'm looking to the eyes of my chick, and I see the same abyss in which I lie in. You know this life is nothing but a test, and it's even harder when you're born by a guest that makes cameo appearances and triggers your stress. How can I deliver my best when I was delivered and left? I hope you shiver with regret while I wither from neglect. You know, weed, pills, and liquor is the best when I need to forget. But a bullet to the head is even quicker, I bet. Pull the trigger and let warmth embrace me again. I try to act like it don't faze me, and then I go crazy again. Baby, don't let this tear us apart. That's what she screams to me, because the last 5 nights we fought. I yell, I ain't your father. She screams, I hate your mother. But at least I seen mine. She left when I was 10, barely 3'9". Now I'm 5'6", and I'm fighting with my chick. And I'm screaming words that'll strike her heart just like lightning. She's not innocent. Her tongue is sharp, just like a knife is. We're supposed to be together forever, have 5 kids. But apparently, my love has no satisfaction guarantee. And yours has no warranty to replace these deformities that are born in me the day that we were torn from each other. Normally I recover fast, but the memories of our guttered past, they flutter up my back just like the butterflies you used to attract when you uttered I love yous back. but now I don't recognize you. I wonder if you still think about things the way that I do. I wonder if you can feel my words echo through your heart the way that I do. Do you ever sit back and fantasize the way that I do? Like how it would have been if you really meant the words I do. You talk about love, you wouldn't even use the words that I do. Laughed at, cheated on, lied to. You talk about everything I didn't, but you couldn't match the shit that I do. You know, my mother, she was just like you. She left my father to find a new, and after she got left, she got cheated on and treated wrong. Then she came back looking for me, but me was gone. I haven't even been me since you left me at 10, barely 3'9". Now I'm 5'6". I'm trying to figure out what this life is, and I don't need nobody in it but me, for me to be happy. So this is the only poem that's not about me or for me or whatever. It's actually the first word actually starts with me, but it's for metaphor. It's not. I'm done. All right. A white supremacist telling me to go back to my country and stop invading theirs. It's like if a raindrop fell into the ocean and told all the water droplets that didn't originate from clouds to go back to the glacier in which they melted from. Not knowing that the ocean is a product of ice melting and converging, and not simply a body of water being invaded by glacial migration. If you don't have a problem with people calling Latinos invaders, the fuck is wrong with you? If they don't like one of us, they don't like none of us. I don't give a fuck what color or texture your hair is, if your skin is pale, or if you don't speak Spanish. Fuck your comparisons. Mexicans are so stigmatized, it's like all other Latinos severed ties. Do you not give a fuck if children die? No one ever hollers about the cost of concentration camps unless the lives lost are of Caucasians. And frankly, we never band together because we don't remember who we truly are. They call us Latinos or Hispanic. Fuck that language. It was lashed into our brains with a whip. It was ingrained into our names with rape. They cut off our tongues along with our ancestral ties. All Latinos are descendants of Native American tribes, so the thoughts that we are any different from each other, that's fake. And the fact that we are natives means so much more than just a tax break. It means that we have always been on the extermination list of this nation since we laid in tents, before they made a fence to cage a sin, before they built a border around the land where our ancestors lived, kept some of us in, pushed the rest of us out, and generations since when we come back to have a safe place to raise our kids, those hypocrites call us immigrants, just so they can put us in a cage again. You're an American citizen, but that shouldn't change a thing. You shouldn't feel safe because you're different. How can you be content while there's children in bondage, wondering where their moms went? I thought people would be revolted, and that they would start revolting when they found out that some of these little kids were being sexually assaulted, but the government is never next. Are you fucking disgusted yet? Well, me too. They're not taking drug dealers off the corner because they contribute to the self-destructive culture that the white man created. Instead, they're taking mothers and fathers out of factories, the only decent jobs they can get without identification. And they're snatching them up while their kids are in school, just trying to get a decent education. And they're using dog whistles to radicalize the wolves to start the Latino invader extermination. And they say that fighting mental illness is the way to take care of this. Just to hide the fact that in America, the white man has always been the terrorist. All the way back since Latinos were known as Aztecs, Incans, Mayans, Taino, Arawaks. With my tongue as his bow, I am cocking these arrows back and I am aiming them at the real invaders. Woo!
Hey guys, we're back in the car.
I'm freezing.
So, those people were awesome.
Dude, amazing! Holy crap, man!
Sorry guys.
I felt like so untalented watching them. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to get it to you, but it's like
it's right there.
Okay.
Okay. So I felt like I draw things, right? But damn, the talent in there, the musicians, the poets. Holy crap!
It makes me want to learn how to sing and be a guitar player.
Right. It's inspiring. It is seriously inspiring. Guys, if we're gonna link all of their Instagrams, well, all the ones we got.
Well, they're gonna already see it because I'm gonna put it in each video.
Okay, cool. Go and follow them. Go show them love. These people are incredible. There needs to be more notice on this art form. It's just fantastic. I'm hyped. I want to come back more and more now. Cause like
this is our second time, by the way, guys, and we just got drawn to it.
Yeah, like the first time was great. This one was just like out the park. Like holy crap! Like these singers, I'm like, okay, these people are gonna probably be like decent singers. They're like record producing singers. I'm like, holy crap, these people are great. I was like taken aback. I was like, holy shit! And the passion that they bring to what they're saying, it's amazing. I have no words other than amazing. I wish I was a poet so I had other words than just amazing.
Like I gone through stuff too, so like when I heard their stuff, it like, what's that word? It like I guess like
it hit you.
Yeah, it hit me. So like I wish like I could be like as brave and like I guess as artistic as they are, it's just like write something down. But
I just love the snapping and the stomping and just the overall vibe of like everyone in that room is just like you. Everyone in this room has gone through something and they're all supporting one another. And there's just needs to be more of that in the world. You know how nice the world would be if everyone was just supportive and everyone heard the other person's opinion and what they're going through, or just like it's okay. What?
I see a big ass dog. Sorry to cut you off.
You just cut my inspiration. It's a huge dog.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see the dog. Hold on. It's kind of blurry.
But like, I would take the drive into the city any day. Like, I just got out of work, drove an hour to pick you up, came here. I would do that every freaking day. I don't give a crap. It was that good. Like I will be sleep deprived, I'll lose sleep for it. It's amazing. So yeah. Holy shit, they're huge!
I would film, but I don't know if that guy wants to be in the video.
Oh my god! What even breed? That's amazing.
It's like a Dalmatian, right?
It's a Dalmatian like hound dog looking thing.
Hold on guys, I'll show you in a little.
Right, go, he passed. Look at them! Walking! Huge! What is New York? Like what? We need to come to New York more often. There's magic
here.
There's magic happening in New York, okay? But now I'm gonna put the GPS to get home because I'm tired. I have to post a gaming video. It's 11 o'clock at night. I work.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to post this tonight, guys. But if not, then you're obviously gonna see it on Tuesday. But I'm gonna do my best to post it. But any other thing you have to say? Dude,
if any of the people who performed today is watching this, you've blown my mind. It's incredible the amount of talent you all have. I wish I had an ounce of that kind of talent because, wow. Just thank you for blessing my ears. That's all I can say right now. But yeah, it was great. I want to bring more people to this. Like, it's really good. It's really freaking good. And that's it. Bye.
Okay guys, so we'll see you guys on our next day that we post, which will be Wednesday after this is posted. Thanks guys, and we'll see you guys. Bye guys.